What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Here I have a satin pillowcase, and this is from the dollar store, and today I will be making a braid bonnet. This tutorial may not be all in depth, but it is easy, and I hope you guys get it. And don't sleep on the dollar store, okay? I was a little skeptical about the size. I was a little nervous, hoping that it won't be too small. And honey, when I took the thing out the package, my hand said satin, okay? Period. It gives you instructions on how to care for it, and how to keep it up, how to keep it satin smooth, okay? So follow those directions and make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that like button, and that's it already. Hit that like button and hit the notification button for more videos like this, okay? Now I'm taking it out, and this thing is long, as you can see, black, long, and smooth, okay? I'm gonna take it out and put it flat face down. I want to say I kind of messed up on this, but it doesn't really matter to me. Next time I make this, I will do it much better. I did not iron it, and that was the downfall. But it had an inside and an outside apparently, and it was smooth. And I really had to sit it out flat to see what I was going to do with it, because I was so lost when I was making this. In my head I was like, oh, maybe I can make this regular bonnet, but I had no elastic, so I had to improvise with a braid bonnet with a tie in the back. Here I am folding the fabric in half so that it will be easier for me to make the other end of the pillowcase round, to round it off, and for me to stitch in everything else. I had to use pins to keep it in place, and I used a bright color chalk to make marks. And don't do what I do. Please do white, because it won't come out now. Like, use white if anything, okay? So here I am making a mark from the corner towards the, oh, well, 3.5 inches long. Not that far, but I didn't have to draw that far, but making a arch, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Mine wasn't perfect. I wish it was, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm taking scissors and I'm just gonna cut right along that area. And I'm not really caring about the, you know, extra space for cutting, because this is a really big satin pillowcase, and you know, at the end of the day, it's going to be whatever is going to be. And I'm just winging everything as I go along. Never made this before, and yeah, this is my first time making it. I don't know how many inches I cut off, but I basically used the whole the creases in the pillowcase to cut everything, and whatever it is, how much I cut, yeah, you can eyeball it if you want to. That is your decision to make. One side with it, one side of the headband or the tie, I don't know how to say it, but I cut in the middle. That way I can make the tie, so we can tie in the back of my head. And I went along and I sewed it up. But this right here was a little hard for me because the fabric kept moving, and my fabric was all twisted, and it was maybe my settings were wrong on my sewing machine. So make sure your settings are right before you sew any satin, any silk, okay, any of this, because you don't want a twitchy looking, weird looking headband for your bonnets. Just a heads up. Now I'm going to be working on the area where you put the bonnet in. The bonnet area, the extra piece that I made a little slit. Let me say around 4 inches of slit, and I just folded that inward, and I'm going to take the bonnet. I'm going to be shearing it or drawstringing it to make it a little smaller, because the inside, the opened part of the pillowcase was a little big for my head, and the headband was small, so I had to do some work on that. And this part really took a while, but I'm gonna tell you, the longest thing I had to work with was attaching the headband to the whole entire bonnet, because I can't even explain. My phone died in the middle of this, so you know, it took a long time. Attaching the headband, let me give you some pointers. Do not not cut off extra strings. I was so confused at the extra strings. My settings on the sewing machine were wrong, and I just almost like gave up because everything was not going as it planned. And really make sure that you flat iron everything before you even touch the sewing machine. Make sure you flatten out every pattern, every item that you're going to be using to sew. It could be easier for you, easier on you. But thank God I made it through, I finished, and this is what it looks like.